With the dairy farm, we were fairly lucky. We got a fairly substantial water right, so we got about 1,300 megs of water. And our argument was, like, that temporary water made $1,000 a meg, which was huge. It was generally trading the years before that for $30 to $50 a meg kind of thing. But our idea was we had large areas of crop that we could water once and get a basis for the mixer wagon. It wasn't premium quality feed, so we let it go as far as we can, so we got a big bulk of feed, and then we put extra commodities like canola meal and grains and all that kind of stuff with it. So our idea then is we didn't have to go out and source a base for the mixer wagon. We already had the base that we could build on. So yeah, that's what we did. Other guys sold temporary water and just brought in hay. But our idea was if we watered the pastures, there was enough water on there. And then not only that, it gave us moisture then for the year after if we wanted to put crops or whatever on there. But it's no different to a share market, is it? It's a share game. The thing that worries me is South Australia just released X amount of water last month, and it's all right for us if we're a buyer because it can plummet the market because the government's still got all this water. They can't put all of it down the river, so they've got to put some of it on the market because they're paying rates now on their water and all that kind of stuff. So they can manipulate the market, as in they said they can't, but if they've got to sell their water, they've got to sell it. So that gives us an opportunity to buy the water to carry over. I'm in the old school like that. I don't agree to be able to carry over water. Like, your dam's full, that's the dam. If we haven't used it this year, why not all the farmers get to carry it over to use it next year? But then, and it's like me and Dad on this, all the lasering we've done. Don't argue with it, you just got to use it. So even though we're not in favour of it, we've carried over 500 megs of water this year. Whereas if the rules weren't there, you wouldn't be able to do it. Okay. So it drought secures you for the next 12 months. So we can now buy temporary water now to carry over for next year if we think there's going to be a drought. So we've got water already for next year, whereas before we couldn't do that.
This tells us that we've used 703.4 megalitres since the 1st of July 13. Then we go in, it tells us how much water a day we're using and how much water's being used, and that's all recorded back at Goulburn-Murray headquarters, and they got all that recording the same as we can get it here.